Really solid, and that's what they need to do if they want to be the #1 seed. If they get one more win, that's the #1 seed in
Guaranteed.
North America.
Well, let's find out. Picks and bans are ready. Can enemy become that #1 seed? It's this guy.
Looking for that detonate for the secure, and it's gonna go to Allegiance. It's stolen. That might have been Incon.
No follow-up from the rest of Allegiance. Oh, there comes the Kraken. It's going to find 4. Lassiz takes out Panda.
Nice shots from Oceans as well. What the hell was that?
I'll tell you what, Tolly, words are hard sometimes, but the good news is, enemy one game away from guaranteed #1 spot at DreamHack here. Allegiance, however, even if they find a win here, it's a good thing if they can, because it will make relegations less likely for them to be in it.
With Allegiance having the head-to-head against Envy, if they find the one win, Envy's going to have to find at least all 4 in order to qualify, which is going to be a very difficult task for them.
Orin picks a bans an enemy, gone straight back to what they did last time. They banned Sika and they banned Susano last time round. Will they do the same thing here? I don't see a reason not to.
Not at all right now. Enemy doing a good job focusing the target bans on top of Weak, and Circuit is definitely a good target ban, as well as Zeus right now. The way Lassiz, even though he was behind a little bit, the damage was still really strong, and they'd respect the damage that comes out of the Zeus. Not going to elect to go with it, as Susano does get banned.
So, Susano, new to the pro league now, his first week in Toli, and he's now in that position where most new gods go. They go into the very last ban on Chaos sides, so where you just force the team to ban it every time.
Unless you're very comfortable playing against it, if you're Chaos side, normally a new god, not that many teams have time to prepare for the new god. However, some do play the PTS more than others, so they'll kind of experiment.
How do you prepare for a new god coming out, Toli?
You have to play the PTS a lot as soon as it comes out. You have to practice it in multiple roles, because just because it's a new god doesn't mean there's only one role for it. Try new builds as well, and then from there you have to, theory craft with not only your team but maybe your practice team as well to figure out what's a good spot for him.
So working out how to play as it is a good thing, but playing against it, how do you work that out? That seems harder than actually learning to play as it, because you just pick the god and do it over and over.
You would have to set up scrims with whatever practice partner you have, and you would have to agree with, okay, we're not going to ban Susano, you guys could play it. The next game, okay, you guys don't ban Susano, we'll play it.
Taking turns, both trying to learn about the new god. Well, picks and bans still going through. Janus was the first pick for Chaos one more time. Allegiance will go for Cabrakan, though. Take that one away from Marauder this time. And Mattypocket looks like he's going to be heading over to that Ravana.
Cabrakan more than likely going to go on Incon. The way Allegiance played the early game with Incon playing the Cabrakan support was really well executed. Unfortunately, every time they found those early picks with the Cabrakan support, they kept trying to find the second and third pick, which didn't work out for Allegiance, so they're going to have to force objectives after the early picks.
Well, it looks with the Anhur as well. They're really looking for that hard kill lane potential and then try and force it into the jungle, maybe for the Gold Fury. Xbalanque taken away with one of the good escapes with the Rising Jaguar, just being able to get away from some of that danger. Nijar was locked in for Varizial again, though, and General Pain may be heading back to Guan as the counterbands are rolling through.
General Pain going to go on his horse, and he's going to lead the cavalry as going through the Janus portals as well. So very similar lineup so far for enemy, having the Janus on Chaos, Varizial on Naja as well, playing very well. Getting that early lead was good for him. However, what he did afterwards was even better, consistently having 4 or more levels on top of Weekend.
I like what Legions have done here with the Anhur Cabrakan, just the fact that if enemy do look for the Artemis again, Artemis versus Anhur isn't a favourable matchup really for the Artemis. Plenty of escapes to an extent from Anhur to be able to turn that around.
There's a lot of interesting mechanical tricks that both of them could do on top of each other. If Anhur ever jumps on Artemis, she can use her boar in response. If Artemis boars in a 1v1, Anhur can counter ulti, so he doesn't have to use the purification right away.
Kukulkan, though, locked in for Allegiance in the mid lane here. Kukulkan, off and on, we see him now and again. He's very similar to a Poseidon in the amount of control he brings to the jungle for the most part. Good objective steal as well, and very safe at the backside.
And the way Kukulkan will synergize with the Cabrakan, anyone that's inside the ultimate Cabrakan, let's say, for example, the Janus can't get to a wall to portal, he's stuck inside that area, and he's going to get tornadoed, potentially even ultied as well.
Some Wukong and Chiron, the last two to be picked up. Some Wukong on the rise in terms of the win rate, I would say, over in the solo lane. One of the most winningest warriors in the game right now. And Chiron, we've only really seen him in Europe this season. I think we saw one game as the Boosh at the start of this season, I'd say. But then over in North America, not many hunters have been picking him up.
Not many hunters are brave enough to run the Chiron after they nerfed the movement speed in his ultimate. But PandaCat is a very brave hunter, picking up the Blink Artemis, so more than likely...
Blink Chiron? You calling it?
We can see Blink Chiron, yeah.
Well, Blink Kumbhakarna, I expect, because now I think it's going to be Ravana in the jungle, Cabrakan in the solo. We'll find out. Game 2's ready. Allegiance versus Enemy.
Oh, but PandaCat with rotation. Desert's Fury on point.
Yo, PandaCat is on fire right now.
Purification forced by Homie Efe. Homie Efe tried to make it work, but Khaos definitely making it work. Morrowind takes a spill. 4 kills in total for Enemy. Here
Actually
comes
going
Enemy.
to end.
They're going to skip the Phoenix. The surprise win from Enemy. Luminosity had no idea.
Well, Left said it then. The surprise win for... What's this?
Allegiance is praying to the Titan right now to guide them through the darkness. Although they walk through the shadow of darkness, they shall fear no evil.
GG. Well, to be fair, this is their last game of the season, so it's a good way to go out in style, as good as these guys are. They've just started things off nicely as a little group at the beginning of this game, and they're up against tough opposition and Enemy in this one once again. Incon is going to be playing with Ravana, so a bit of a fun feel coming out from Allegiance here. I can understand that. At the same time, it's a little bit risque. Kumbhakarna jungle, though. We've seen we can do that once or twice in the past, so it's not the biggest shock in the world. I mean, we saw him do freaking Kepri at one point.
No, it's definitely not a shock. Right now, Allegiance are having fun. They're not necessarily dismembered from the last game right now. They're still focused a little bit, and they're a good group of friends. You know, sometimes you have a team and you're just, business associates and partners. You want to get the win, but these guys are actually a good group of friends, and they know how to have fun with each other as well. And that alleviates a lot of pressure away when you can associate getting wins as well as having fun at the same time.
Can we just tune in for a second as well with PandaCat, with Mattypocket here, because I think he started Power Potion on this Cabrakan over in the solo lane as well. Indeed he did. So 3 Power Potions on the side of Allegiance at the start of this game. Weaken as well in the jungle. And talking about the jungle here, I'm very surprised we didn't see Enemy invade this combo.
It's very possible that they could have elected to do that, but Enemy is going to look to more to start their own style, where if it worked last game, why would they switch it up right now? They did speed to blue to lane. They're going to do the same thing, and they're not going to change anything up.
Well, full aggression onto PandaCat here. The Purification was burnt to avoid the knockup from the leap, but First Blood goes the way of Allegiance. This combination of battle-hardened aggression in the duo lane for Allegiance has paid off, but in the mid lane, maybe not so much.
Allegiance recognizing that Chiron level 2 might not have leveled his dash. As soon as they saw the clear and then the second ability go up for the sustain, they recognized that there was no dash from PandaCat.
And now with that as well, the combination of Kumbhakarna as well as Kukulkan in the mid lane, they do have a lot of setup potential for those ultimates if they can find them.
Cabrakan will set him up. Ravana can set him up with a lot of slows and the root as well. The epic uppercut from Wukong can set up the ultimate.
Lassiz sashed, drops the tornado on himself, and Wukong gonna zone Chaos away. Good decision from him. May get focused a little bit here, but uses Purification that he started with, putting Varizial in an awkward spot, and the body blocks are good. Varizial's in trouble. They're looking to rotate on him for the kill. Can Incon collapse enough? Doesn't look like he will. Varizial will live to fight another day.
Good positioning from Varizial. The Wing Gust absorbed from Lassiz on the archers, so that allowed his escape.
Chaos looking for some poke damage here on to Lassiz one more time, and that portal just confirmed death because Varizial was there waiting with the sash, set things up beautifully.
I like the mindset that Lassiz had. Even though he was 1v2 alone, he had the whole wave behind him, so he tried to put more pressure.
1v2 alone, that's what Incon was then, as Oceans wasn't in a position to help in time, and PandaCat will trade out in that duo lane after his early tumble to Oceans.
And yeah, with that, another kill on the favor of Enemy. Despite getting first blooded, they're still making a name for themselves, responding instantly with 2 kills. They're not dismembered at all.
They're not dismembered, and they're just back to what they usually do. Yeah, they drop a kill to Allegiance, but that's fine. They can deal with that. They'll still trying to continue winning ways. They got the Power Potion off Lassiz's Kukulkan in the mid lane as well, which is another 450 gold out, which kind of even things up about losing the first blood.
And that's something that Allegiance is going to have to find a way to come back from. You know, they do get the morale boost from getting the first blood, but instantly dropping 2 kills from there, Allegiance's mindset is going to have to slowly change.
Incon being poked again by the Tallow Assault PainDeViande, as well as all those minions as well in tow. For all you fans at home that want to know how to play Ravana as the support role here, Death's Toll into boots is the order of the day, with a curse pickup is what Incon has been doing.
That's something that he wants to do. There's when you go Death's Toll, you're trying to go for the sustain. You're trying to get as many in-hands off as possible, especially if you're going to help out during the jungle buffs as well, trying to sustain during that. Bluestone, on the other hand, will go for more poke, as Marauder was forced to ulti out from Mattypocket, who still has his own ultimate.
Mattypocket got a lot of burst out there, and that looks more like Marauder being very respectful, knowing the damage that Cabrakan can put out there. Has been forced to back, though, as well as a rotation to the left, looking for PainDeViande, who's in the sky. Will the ultimate be on point? It won't, you know. It's going to miss, which means Pain is out, and now the rotation from Khaos is a possibility if they need to, but they realize things are good. So instead, enemy are going to steal away Allegiance's speed buff.
Just a split second too early was Lassiz not connecting on that ultimate, unfortunately, as Mattypocket's going to get aggressed on by 3 members from enemy.
3 members, and the ring toss hits the camp as well, which means more bounties. Now he gets taken up into the sky with the fire ring, and now Mattypocket lands, throws out the tremors, hoping upon hope for a rotation, but it's not going to come.
And with that, that's 3 response kills from enemy, also stripping the blue buff and the speed buff away currently from Allegiance.
Allegiance, however, looking at the red buff, trying to steal that themselves. Weaken over here, combining with Incon. Ocean's on the way as well, and Lassiz just recognized Pain was over here, but not too worried just yet. They will steal it, give it to Incon, as Lassiz taking the mid-harpies, hasn't been looked at. Instead, they're looking for Incon, it seems.
And this should be an easy disengage. There is no through space and time available. There is no cavalry charge as well, so it looks like Allegiance should be able to get out scot-free.
There is snipes, and those snipes do slow, and it allows the team to get in range. Marauder with that rotation, Jingle Bang connects, Incon falls again.
And with that kill, enemy is going to look to strip more of the jungle away from Allegiance. Going to take the boars away. They're going to look to potentially start this Gulf here as well. Another early Gulf here. 5-minute Gulf here from enemy. This is not something we haven't seen before.
Look at Varizial. He's so confident. He's over there doing the fire imps. His Oceans, though. Cheeky. Slowly Lion. Not going to find it, though. Unstable Vortex. Sorry, Desert Fury on the mark, I should say, onto Khaos there. As PainDeViande could end up falling down there as well. It is a little bit overextended. Weekend looking to try and clean up a kill potentially anywhere. But instead, he just runs around in circles, doesn't find anyone. Oceans. He's the one that could be in trouble.
Marauder should have been a little bit more patient with his Tiger. He knew that he was about to get rooted. Could have used the Tiger after the root to get away.
Oh, PandaCat manages to get out. He jukes out the ultimate as well from Lassiz. Lassiz not happy about it. He was thinking about going in. Instead, he'll take a consolation prize in the monkey.
And Marauder is going to fall, but not after Oceans does fall as well. Oceans just a little bit too late there on the steal. I like the mindset, though, that he had. Waiting, he saw over the pillars from the Gulf here, the backhand side, using the map exploitation on that side.
So now with that gold lead, you can see Allegiance just slowly being whittled down one more time here. Doom up online again for Khaos before the boots. That's stacking up already. And Varizial in the jungle at level 10. 3 levels over Weaken. And that's at level... Hang on. Whoa. That's level 10 at 6 minutes.
That's pretty impressive right now, especially from your jungler position. Normally, the highest level in the game would be your solo laner, where he's, he has the solo lane kills, he's stealing the blue buffs, he's taking the fire giant imps, but
he's taking Lassiz up in the air. He's doing 3 crits in a row. He's confirming an unstable vortex, and he will get credit for the kill with a ring toss.
And with that, enemy respond with another kill, as Khaos is not going to be able to escape this time around.
He'll get some poke off though, and Marauder going to use the exit strategy he could there to try and get away. 6-3 is the scoreline. Allegiance a little bit more aggressive this game. I think it's because they're just like, we've got nothing to lose here, I guess, to an extent. Yeah, relegations are on the line, but if we don't try something different, we're not going to beat this enemy lineup.
And right now, their god compositions, they're trying to go for the aggression, putting Cabrakan in the solo lane, putting Ravana in the support position. It's not something we're used to seeing.
Well, Warrior against a Warrior and a support, and it goes the support's way in the end. Weekend gets his own speed buff. Now going to try and put a bit of pressure onto Marauder, realizing no backup from his team available. So instead, he's going to try and defend his own red buff, which is being stolen. We'll
see if Weekend can find something here. An epic uppercut, maybe into the ultimate from Lassiz.
Hey, you ready? Is the ult on point? It is, and the pillar was even better. Weekend, though, takes the kill away with a throwback. Does help him catch up a little bit on experience, I suppose.
The red buff was stripped away regardless, however, and enemy, despite losing one member, they're still playing aggressive. They're trying to find the return kill. They're still able to be very aggressive and push the wave away from Allegiance.
Well, Lassiz with that spit in the mid lane did manage to connect to the Chaos, get a free bit of poke off with the Tornado as well that followed it up. Just continuing to try and get those damage numbers online. Marauder and Mattypocket over in the solo lane. Not really too much to talk about with them, both just farming and doing the usual rotations of solo lanes.
This is a situation where Mattypocket wants Marauder to stay in the laning phase as long as possible because it does favor the Cabrakan in this matchup in this early on, up until the items come online. Then that's when Wukong will start to take over just a little bit, but then the damage will come online for the Cabrakan as well. So
we mentioned solo lane a little bit more there, Tolly, but these two solo laners for me, for different reasons, have really risen this year. Marauder joins enemy as a rookie, never been in the Pro League before, finds his way onto enemy, gets #1 seed, has had fantastic performances over and over again. Mattypocket transferred from the support role this season, and everyone looked at this Allegiance lineup and went, I don't know about Matty solo, boys. Don't think he's going to work. Overall, the most consistent, best performer on the team, matching Oceans.
Right now, he does a very good job farming in the support position before, so it was a very easy transition for him to go into the solo lane right now. The one thing that he was lacking in the beginning of the season was his rotations, and that's something that he's improved on later on throughout, and he's been making more of a statement throughout laning phase.
Rotations have been there. His God pool as well, and knowing matchups is very important in the solo lane. He seems to be finding his way of things nicely over there, so both solo lanes having a pretty good time of things this year, and heading into the fall split as well. Should be good things to come from both. Lassiz in the jungle, trying to keep an eye on Chaos rotating as Weaken is deep in enemy territory now, looking for a lay over the wall potentially. He sees those balls are up, but he doesn't feel like risking it.
No, he's looking for something right now to farm safely. He's down so many levels to Varizial, and so is Lassiz. So right now, enemy's trying to make plays in the middle of the wave. However, Allegiance is trying to make the plays in the jungle side.
Yeah, well, but blinking mid lane is Varizial making the plays again with the ultimate through space, and time is fine when it connects. It will, you know, Chaos on the mark again. Not an easy thing to confirm following that ultimate. And now Incon still going aggressive with Mattypocket in support. It's a 2v4 though, as Marauder has now turned up as well. Mattypocket getting low. Incon still looking to find the pick on Varizial, but the ring tussle slow him down. And now everyone turns to Incon. Incon will be the next to fall. There's no escape for the support.
And that's 3-0 in the favor of enemy. They should be able to get this tier 1 tower very successfully, as PandaCat did force Weaken out in the dual lane side of things, and it looks like there's going to be a speed buff invade instead of the tier 1.
Why not? Chaos can just stay mid lane and poke that down with the minion wave. Still over on the left-hand side. PandaCat will continue farming up on that Chiron one more time. 9-4, 10 minutes in. Gold lead just over 4,500.
And experience is at 8.6k for enemy right now. The way they're spreading themselves out, I like it actually. Neglecting the tier 1 tower, picking up the farm in the speed buff, picking up the farm in the soul lane, and now Marauder's going to be picking up the blue buff from Matty.
Going to take away the speed buff as well from his own jungle. Is Chaos going to get his red buff for the first time? No. Sorry, that's the enemy. You said that. PainDeViande going to get that red buff and give it over to the Guan as well. And now look for the left-hand harpies.
And with your red buff coming up as well, it doesn't really matter that PainDeViande does pick up this red buff. However, Chaos is in trouble.
Awkward position. Is it on the mark? It is again from Lassiz. And he will get himself another kill. That's 2 more kills in the bank for Lassiz.
And Varizial is going to find one target in the air. A few members from enemy find themselves around the corner. And is there going to be more of an engagement right now? We're going to find the tremors from Mattypocket. Going to find PainDeViande, who has no more mana right now. He's barely able to get away.
But he will get away, and it's going to be Marauder that he sacrifices instead for his own personal life. Allegiance have an opportunity here with 4 members being dead. Chiron looking for the potential pick here onto Ocean's. Not going to find it, but it will slow down Allegiance, who should have been looking at the Gold Fury there.
They should have been looking for the Gold Fury. Instead, PainDeViande does get caught out earlier on without any mana, and that's the reason why enemy did fall behind in that team fight.
Well, because of that, we're going to just see them all farm up mid lane a little bit and have to go back to respected lanes. Ocean's a little bit too low to stick around that long on his own there. Has to be respectful of Chaos coming back with the through space and time as well. Good news in that team fight, though. Lassiz is 1 kill away from 100 kills this season.
Wow.
He's 1 kill away.
Is that the highest in the,
Not the highest in the
split?
You know who the highest is? Don't look at my sheet. Dirty cheat.
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend.
Let me call Janus.
Don't call me.
If I had to take a guess, it would probably be adapting. Somebody from Epsilon, or somebody from, the old Epsilon.
I got it wrong. I misread my own stat. He's at he was at 96, so he's at 100 now. I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was at for some reason I misread my numbers, but he got 2 last game. He's got 2 this game, so Lassiz has hit his century of kills in the Pro League. In multiple roles this year, added together, he's hit it. Anyway, enemy at the Golf Fury right now. Varizial and PandaCat looking to bring this down. Weaken is on his way, but he's going to be too late as the sash from Varizial will stop him. PainDeViande going to stun out Weaken as well. The ultimate comes out from Lassiz just off the mark there as Mattypocket trying to create a zone with the Cabrakan, but Weaken is sleeping. Weaken is tired. Weaken is dead.
And now with Lassiz in the air, he's going to be the next target that enemy is going to be looking at, as he's the second victim to fall from Allegiance. Enemy looking to capitalize on Oceans and Incon as well.
Oh, snaps were a little bit off for the first one, but PandaCat found the next 2 to secure that pad. Mattypocket though did pick up Varizial with these tremors just causing so many issues, and now it looks like he will fall down, but he got a lot of free damage off by just tremoring to death. PandaCat double kill.
Enemy gets the Gold Fury, enemy gets 4 members from Allegiance, and now enemy are going to be pushing that tier 1 mid tower that is very low.
So the person with the most kills, Tolly, in the Pro League right now is Khaos.
Oh!
Khaos in the mid lane for enemy. Highest kills in the league so far. He started today with 125 kills.
Didn't he do one game where he was 14-0 or something like that?
Something crazy like that. But yeah, highest kills in the league from any position, any player at all, both EU and NA.
That's impressive as Khaos steals the speed. Oh, no, he doesn't steal the speed. Oh, no, PainDeViande did pick it up, actually.
Yeah, give it Pain so we can run away at a faster speed of light. You've got to give your general the buffs.
It's going to be
Can you imagine if you were the
fast
general
horse.
of a team and they didn't give you the buffs?
Oh, see, that's why he picked up the red buff earlier. Now
Well,
the
he's in
speed.
a lot of trouble, though. Tornado's down, a lot of pressure on him. No ultimate available for Lassiz, but the portal is oh! It closed. Pain did. I shouldn't laugh, but I did. Lassiz will get credit for the kill, and the general got the speed, but the general paid with his life.
So right there when Lassiz stopped, he was I could tell he was just laughing that he didn't want to like move forward right there. Oh.
Good poke again though in the mid lane though. Lassiz doesn't want to follow up, got to use the slipstream just to disengage. Weaken though, being pressured by the sash of Varizial one more time. Varizial not really worried about that tornado damage, instead returns some poke onto Incon, and Incon underestimates the power of a tiger and a portal combined.
Right now, you're currently level 10 Ravana. You don't have the tanky items online quite yet. You're going very physical, picking up the Frostbound Hammer immediately after the Warrior Tabby, so you don't have the defenses necessary to survive. Being caught in an awkward 1v3 position, that was an easy cleanup for enemy.
Caught in an awkward position. Varizial is in that now, being pinned away, has to ult away, recognize how danger he was in. Lassiz though, looking for the big play, not gonna find it with the ultimate instead. He does slow down Varizial in mid and get the tornado off. We can try to close the gap. Marauder, sorry, Mattypocket on the way round on the Cabrakan, gets the walls off, but it's not gonna get Varizial. Varizial gets out, and now Khaos is in trouble as Marauder is in trouble as well.
Khaos is going to use his Sanctuary to deal with the tremors from Mattypocket and Portal Away. Marauder is going to fall victim to Oceans. However, PandaCat's looking to be cleanup crew over here.
He's looking for cleanup crew at the moment, but when Incon shows his face, he changes his mind, even though PainDeViande being looked at by Mattypocket, 2 levels ahead of PainDeViande is Mattypocket right now, support compared to solo. But with the minion wave in tow, enemy will just back away.
And during all that, PandaCat also got the tier 1 tower in the dual lane side. Looking to put more pressure on the tier 2 right now. Nobody from Allegiance is able to respond. Lassiz doesn't have his ultimate available.
And his ability to recognize how much time he's got to be able to do these things. PandaCat, though, a little bit lazy in the back there, and then he got caught out by Lassiz, recognizing that now Oceans on the way around him. PandaCat knows about it. We're going to have a fight. The blink came out from Lassiz there, but the snipe 1 was good. Snipe 2 and 3 were not on the mark, but they did hit onto Lassiz, as PandaCat is still alive, and Lassiz is going to fall to General Pain.
PandaCat doing a good job buying time for the rest of his team to rotate, as Pain is able to find the return kill onto Lassiz, but that does favor Allegiance currently, because Lassiz is sitting at level 13 while PandaCat's 17.
Incon had to ult away there because Khaos was coming in very fast, using the threshold just to give him mobility as well as the portals to close the gap. Tier 2 still being looked at by enemy on this left-hand side as Varizial pressure in mid lane, looking to keep extra pressure on the map to stop Allegiance rotating.
And Varizial's looking to look for a play by himself in the middle lane, allowing the rest of his team to get this tower for free.
Through space and time, fired, looking for Weaken. Weaken did not get hit by it. Throwback came out. Tiger connects, though, onto Mattypocket. Unstable Vortex follower didn't do too much to Matty. But I tell you who's getting wrecked at the moment is Weaken, who now falls down to PainDeViande. Mattypocket has to walk away. Incon rotating back in, but enemy going to retreat into the jungle, not through the tier 2 tower, so they don't take too much extra free poke.
Very aggressive play coming out of enemy, going through space and time into the tier 2 tower of Allegiance, recognizing the fact that they have the sustain from the Guan, they have the burst damage from the Janus as well.
All of Allegiance, though, grouping up on this right-hand side here, looking to try and defend the tower. They're going to go in and aggressive, but Marauder's going to put a stop to Oceans going in. As Varizial ults away, I think there is actually focused onto Khaos, and Khaos is taken out by Mattypocket at the end of it. Who's the retention on next?
Looks like Lassiz, he does get his ultimate off, but it doesn't connect as Mattypocket's going to aggress from Varizial as PainDeViande is leading the charge, going to try to find a stun onto Incon and Mattypocket.
Incon slowed down again as Marauder looking for the pickup onto Incon. Ring toss comes out, confirming Marauder with a kill. Mattypocket now trying to run away and juke out the abilities, but the back was coming out from Oceans, and Varizial and Marauder say no. Double kill for Marauder. They're looking for the triple, potentially no. Varizial will take that one away, and the side of Allegiance are delayed. Dia side there as Weaken is over on the left-hand side now, doing mid-harpies.
I like the fact that PandaCat was sitting in the blue buff waiting for Oceans to potentially jump in there, so there was nowhere for him to escape. Enemy going to control the solo lane side. They already got the tier 2 in the duo side. Now they're going to get in the solo. The question is, are they going to go for the Phoenix or the Fire Giant immediately after this?
Let's find out. Varizial continuing on his path. Meanwhile, Pain headed into the jungle. Varizial just going to take hashtag one more wave here of tagged experience. He's looking to try and get level 20 as quick as possible. Slowed down a little bit on his experience though now in the past couple of minutes. I mean, he was level 10 at 6 minutes. It's now level 18 and he's still only 19. A terrible jungler.
Only level 19 currently from Varizial, sitting next to Weaken, currently level 13. It's looking really bad for Allegiance right now, but Chaos going to get aggressive. I'm going to force the Sanctuary.
1v1. You don't want to really 1v1 a Kumbhakarna at this stage. He's, even though at level 13, he'll still do a lot. Chaos only level 16 this game. Still in a comfortable position against his mid opponent as PandaCat now going to rotate back to his dual lane and pick up his bots.
The damage from Kumbhakarna wishes the Magi is very annoying to deal with, especially in the solo lane matchups. There are some matchups where Kumbhakarna does have a favored advantage, especially against Guan, where you could stop the Tyloo Assault and then you can just constantly poke him out.
Well, Golf Fury is still available here for the teams to look at. It's only been taken twice so far this game. Maybe Enemy will look for it now. Allegiance, though, they do have some secure available with Lassiz and the Spirit of the Nine Winds. But look about this. Ocean's just got hit by the through space and time, and PandaCat credited with the kill. Chaos is on the mark with those ultimates so many times.
And this is something that Enemy does very well as they find a second kill on top of Lassiz. The way they execute the Janus and the Guan Yu, whether it's Janus Thor, Janus Guan Yu, Janus Xbalanque, they always set up those all-in compositions with the Janus. And I feel like there's not enough teams that adapt to Enemy strategy by taking that Janus away from Enemy.
Third Golf Fury goes the way of Enemy. They head into the jungle. They're looking to pressure the Phoenix on the left-hand side here. But for Allegiance, this is pretty much the end of this split, at least for themselves. Heading into a break now was DreamHack is going to be going on. As long as things go well, they shouldn't be in relegations this year, but they still have a chance. They've got to keep an eye on the Envy games going on. But a good round out for Allegiance this season, considering how they started and where they were expected to be. They've not done too bad. They just need to find a firm roster they want to stick with.
And I think Weaken is definitely going to be the answer that they needed to solidify a better position for the future. And with that acquisition, we'll see how they play later on.
Yeah, later on this year as well. Enemy will definitely be seeing them at DreamHack, and if they can finally close out of this game so far, they will go in to face off against the number 3 seed from NA and number 2 seed from Europe, I believe, will be the situation in the brackets for them to potentially see. You'll get bracket details later on in the before DreamHack, however, but Enemy making sure they don't have to face Panthera until at least the finals.
Varizial going to find the ultimate,
4v1.
allowing the rest of his team to maybe catch up with a Janus ultimate.
4v1 and a kill, Purification used, throwback connects, but Varizial still very tanky in the Tornado now, so taking a lot of free poke, and the Epic Uppercut will confirm the kill. PainDeViande though now turns up trying to get himself in the mix. PandaCat's on the way with the snipes through the wall, not finding the shots that he was looking for Lassiz, but Lassiz still under pressure as the charge comes out from Panda to close the gap. He'll change his mind and look for Incon. Incon trying to fight 2. Incon does not fight 2.
He did not have his ultimate available to disengage. Currently level 13, there's nowhere for him to go. A lot of members from Enemy are a very high level, has some few late game items available to them. Despite losing Varizial, they did manage to find 2 members from Allegiance. PainDeViande going to take this Phoenix as PandaCat's going to be able to take it out.
Second Phoenix is going to fall. Mid Phoenix, the last one remaining. Weaken was on the left-hand side, just trying to defend against fire minions coming in there as well. And well, it looks like the beginning and the end of this game as Enemy pushing on, looking for a potential onto Mattypocket here. Going to get flipped back into place, which is going to allow him to body block him and pick up the kill. Ultimate did something, not as much as they needed to secure a kill.
Cabrakan definitely one of those gods where if you're behind, there's not much you can do in the mid to late game. You're trying to snowball early on.
Hot play from Lassiz coming out there at the last ditch attempt with the blink ultimate, but he doesn't find the kill. Instead, he'll find a death as Marauder will pick it up with the Tiger stance there as well. Incon drops it again to General Pain. Weekend gets a yawn off a Marauder for an extra poke from the Titan. They prayed to the Titan, did Allegiance at the start. They even emoted at the Titan, but the Titan is not enough to help them right now.
Not right now. Enemy gonna try to get this last remaining Phoenix away from Allegiance. Gonna wait for Varizial to potentially rotate as well to try to close out this game and secure their #1 seed into DreamHack.
Final Phoenix falls. PandaCat going to be the first one in there. Looking for poke onto Weekend there. Jingu Ban connects. Unstable Vortex goes off. And we're going to see some extra damage onto the Titan. They're just looking for poke, pressure here, and extra damage. Stat pad is what they're trying to do right now. Pad those stats to the best of their ability and get some extra kills.
Right now, PandaCat just trying to get off some more damage, using his ultimate without even being in any sort of danger. As Varizial does rejoin the group right now. Looks like enemy still not going for the time, just going to look for more kills as Marauder finds Matty.
Looking for kills, and Marauder will find one, as now Incon going aggressive, looking to pick up PandaCat, but PandaCat will bravely run away as Incon going to survive for a second, but not today. Bluestone comes through. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemy round your season from North America as the #1 team to represent you going into DreamHack Masters.
It took a long time for anyone from North America to clinch their spot. Enemy about a week or two ago finally found their spot into DreamHack, and now currently #1, trailing is Soar, currently at 19-7. They are stuck at #2. They could still get overtaken by potentially Eager.
Now Eager can, actually, like you said, Eager can go above them, so knock them out that second seed, but if Soar can find a couple more wins this week, they will find themselves away from the danger zone of being slipped into third and potentially having to face Pantera earlier than they would like as well.
It's going to be an interesting set to see.
So let's go back in the beginning of this game, and Varizial had a fantastic performance, as did the whole of enemy, to be fair. Just right from the outset, they got a couple of early kills in game 1, and same thing happened in game 2.
And with that, the way the Varizial played the early game and then snowballed it from there, the rest of enemy just forced out these little ultimates here and there, getting 7, 1, and 8 for that Naja jungle in the first game. Just perfect objective control coming out of enemy.
Yeah, just positioning as well, just continue to put damage on. His Naja has been very, very strong this set for both games. Even game 2, we saw how much of a lead he had in the game 2 when we get to that clip, because he was 6 minutes, level 10.
It was just an aggressive play from Lassiz in the mid lane that didn't really work out. They forced the purification early on from Varizial. The damage from Lassiz just wasn't enough to get the kill.
And that is enemy going in as #1. We've also got, though, Allegiance. They have been dropped down to, obviously, relegation, possible relegations if they don't manage to find the wins for themselves. A little bit more of that, though. PandaCat as well had a very good game on the Anhur, as well as the Chiron.
Yeah, very
Chiron.
creative pick, I'd say, coming out of PandaCat. We're not used to seeing the North Americans play the Chiron. However, he played it very well. Despite getting first blooded early on from Incon, because not having the dash at level 2, he still managed to bounce back, and him and the rest of enemy played lights out.
He just pushed his, oh, we missed the juke at the end there, but he did juke out the ultimate there just to escape the ult from Lassiz coming out there. And he's just positioned the whole time. He's trying to find snipes more often than not from the backside here.
Trying to make them flashy plays,
Yeah,
why
of
not?
course. Why not? Try and get on the highlight reel for a change, right?
And
not like he does that anytime he goes Blink, Boar, Artemis.
definitely the blink board, but instead he did have a lot of nice ultimates.
So with enemy secured at #1 here, Toli, I'm going to put you on the spot now. We're coming to the, this is the last week. Here's the 3 teams from NA. Which 3 are they?
Eager's going to secure out the 3rd spot.
Will they?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? We'll find out if that's going to be one of the ways today, because obviously Luminosity, they have games today, Eager have games today, potential for both of them to still go to DreamHack, but it all depends on these future games. We'll be back after this break with the next set.